I challenged myself to spend the next 10 days grinding Valorant every day, or until I was able to place first in a game of deathmatch. You won't believe what happened. On day 1, I had high expectations, little to no improvements. I played several games of deathmatch and spike rush while suffering from both lag spikes and trash crosshair placement. I did manage to pick off a few players per game, which was good for me at least. I tried to win a game of deathmatch, but came in last again. After YouTubing some strategies and lineups for Yoru with my utility, I began to improve slightly. But at 4 AM, I did not have the energy to keep practicing my newfound strategies. And probably just a stroke of luck, but turns out when people are watching me, I do a whole lot better. So yeah, Valorant streams definitely coming soon. On day 2, I was very eager to continue on my path to improvement. I started off with 3 games of deathmatch and 4 unrated games. I was still occasionally flashing my teammates and missed a lot of shots, but I averaged about 1 kill per round in unrated and placed 5th or 6th pretty consistently in deathmatch. After hitting the practice range, I managed to get about 20 kills in a round of deathmatch, which was huge for me, but I wanted more. I would not stop until I reached the very top, only the first place would do. So I stayed up grinding until I saw the sun rise the next morning. On day 3, I kind of got busy, so I wasn't able to play as much as I would have liked to, but after warming up in the practice range, I began to get my hopes up. But after I discovered that I was having lag spikes of over 1300 ping, the game became kind of unplayable. So I just hopped on aim labs and trained for the next 3 hours. Day 4, I was able to fix my poor internet and resume my training regimen. I started out in deathmatch and was actually able to place on the top 5. I was very proud of myself because this was just 1 point behind 4th, the closest I'd ever gotten to the top 3. Later I joined some unrated games and was astonished to actually find some wholesome players. Unfortunately, one of them was exhibiting signs of an early seizure, so we had to forfeit a game for it. It definitely wasn't because I flashed her with my Yoru flash. On to day 5. Day 5 was one of the best days so far. After warming up with both aim labs and hitting the practice range, I got top 3 in deathmatch and was able to get 30 kills. You're probably thinking that I suck and it's like a horrible kill number, but I was ecstatic. It was at that moment where I realized that my goals were actually closer than I thought. Using that energy, I was actually able to stay up until the next morning at sunrise, practicing deathmatch. I was so excited. That was able to give me so much energy. Day 6, I was gone a lot, so I wasn't really able to play as much as I wanted to. I only played a few games that day. I played 3 unrated games, one of which I was constantly harassed by this dude with a British accent. Not sure what his deal was, but I made sure that I accidentally flashed him multiple times. At that point, the game didn't really matter, just making this dude mad was all the pleasure I needed. Day 7 was a pretty average day. I practiced in the practice range, I used some aim labs for crosshair placement, and placed 4th or 5th in most of my deathmatch games. I started my Viper contract, so hopefully I could get another agent to have a more diversity of gameplay. But at the end of the day, I realized that I was nearing the end of my 10-day deadline without a single deathmatch win under my belt. I began to doubt whether I could really do it or not. On day 8, I buckled down for a long day of Valorant training. No work, no gym, no distractions. I played 8 unrated games and 12 games of deathmatch, but never a deathmatch win. It was a little bit disheartening, but I still had 2 days left to get myself a win and claim victory over this challenge. But I was getting desperate. Really desperate. Day 9 was another very intense day of gaming. My PC was getting hot and my brain was racing, trying extra hard to ensure that I was getting a win, because my 10-day deadline was getting closer and closer and closer. As my man Dr. Strange once said, we're in the end game now. It was day 10, the final day, the last showdown between me and a lobby full of players, all having one goal in mind: winning. I spent all day and almost all night trying my absolute hardest, giving it 200% of everything I had. But was it enough? On my final game of the night, the last stand, unfortunately, We did it, boys and girls. We ran and we headshot more children than anyone else in that lobby. I was amazed. Personally, I thought we would fail, but I finally managed to pull through. I was so happy. It was incredible. All that time, energy, and lost brain cells were all worth it. For that last moment of pure joy when I realized I had come out on top. I enjoyed this challenge immensely, but I'm definitely glad that it's finally over. Thank you so much for getting this far in the video. Like I said earlier, Valorant streams and other gaming streams will be coming shortly, hopefully within the next month or so. To get notified when I release a new video or start a stream, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitch. Links will be in the description below, and the best part is, it's all free. If this video can get 60 likes in the first week, then I will personally mention the name of the first most liked comment in my next video. Until next time, stay hydrated.